Happy Sunday. I hope you are staying safe and I hope you are having a fantastic day so far. So in this update, we've got some big unexpected news to share. I tell you what, Washington never ceases to surprise us. The good surprises and the not so exciting surprises. We're going to talk about this. We have a big letter in this update right now, and this is the letter that's coming from 10 GOP lawmakers. Right now, this letter came in today, January 31st, Sunday, January 31st, was seeing a letter from 10 GOP lawmakers to the president. You can see right here. And this is a very interesting letter. I read through it and I decided, hey, I got to share this with you all because this is very interesting. It came from GOP lawmakers Susan M. Collins, and it also came from Lisa Murkowski, Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, Mitt Romney of Utah, Rob Portman of Ohio, Shelley Capito of, I'm not sure what state she's from. Then Todd Young, Jerry Moran, Tom Tillis, Michael Round. So this is a very interesting read, and I do want to share it with you all. But the thing about this letter is that it is coming in at a time when we're supposed to be seeing a big action from the Democrats. So the Democrats have made it clear that this week, especially House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, she's made it clear that this week there will be big action in the House to advance the Biden stimulus package that includes the $1,400 stimulus checks to the Senate. She made it clear in her statement. I've shared this with you all before. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi did say that they will use the budget resolution if needed, and Bernie Sanders and other Senate Democrats have made it clear that they will go through the budget reconciliation process to pass this with or without the GOP lawmakers. So now we're seeing this letter from the GOP members. 10 GOP members from the bipartisan group have come together and produced a letter urging President Biden for unity. We're going to talk about the contents of this letter. You deserve to know what's in this letter, so we're going to talk about it. But before we dive in, if this is your first time stopping by this channel, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for joining. Consider subscribing now to avoid missing out on the latest stimulus updates, economic updates, and financial tips for your financial wants and success. And one more thing, if you support more financial help to struggling Americans during this period, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and share this video with other people to help people get this information quicker. People deserve to know what exactly is going on right now with the stimulus package. So let's jump right into it. So yesterday, we did see a report from ABC News that said that President Biden has signaled his support for Senate Democrats moving on without the GOP members on the stimulus package. So the Democrats have said that they would act on the reconciliation next week. So what is the budget reconciliation? This is a way for the Democrats to get a simple majority and pass the stimulus package without the GOP votes. And this is what it all came down to from the whole back and forth we were seeing last week. But it looks like there's a big shift right now, and the big shift is this letter we are seeing from the GOP lawmakers. Now, President Biden has not yet reported on this. He's not yet commented on this, but this quickly came in, and I was doing my research on what exactly is going on right now. I caught up with this letter and just wanted to share the contents here. So let's go through it pretty quickly. So this is just opening this up. I've told you it came from 10 people, 10 GOP lawmakers. So let's go through this so you get exactly what is in this picture. So according to this letter right here, dear Mr. President, as you proclaimed in your inaugural address, overcoming the challenges facing our nation requires the most elusive of things in a democracy, unity. So again, they are recording what Biden said during his inaugural address. And then they go on to say, heeding that important call, we welcome the opportunity to work with you in a bipartisan manner to combat the COVID-19 virus and provide continuous support to families struggling during the pandemic. So at least they acknowledge that families are struggling. Okay, let's keep going on. And then they go on to say, in the spirit of bipartisanship and unity, we have developed a COVID relief framework that builds on prior COVID assistance laws, all of which passed with bipartisan support. Wow, so we are back to another proposal. So this is another proposal. They are saying they have developed another relief framework. So I'm not sure what that means. They haven't said. Let's see if they actually say if they release what that is in this proposal. So they go on to say, our proposal reflects many of your stated priorities. That's a good hook. And with your support, we believe that this plan could be approved quickly by Congress with bipartisan support. So they're trying to find a common ground with Biden with this statement right here. Then they go on to say, we request the opportunity to meet with you to discuss our proposal in greater detail and how we can work together to meet the needs of the American people during this persistent pandemic. Okay, an opportunity to meet with the president to work together. I guess this is going to be another slowdown in the process. Now they are demanding to meet with Biden to sit down and have a conversation with him on what their proposal is. Does that mean that they are kicking away his proposal? Let's find out. Okay, so they go on to say, addressing this public health crisis has required robust and rapid support for vaccine development and distribution, testing and tracing, treatment and supplies, including the production and deployment of personal protective equipment. We agree with you that continuing to build our capacity in these areas is crucial to overcoming the pandemic. Like your plan, our proposal includes a total of $160 billion to enhance our capabilities in these areas, as well as to support our healthcare providers who are on the front line of this pandemic. Our plan mirrors your request for $4 billion to bolster our behavioral health and substance abuse services. Again, they're trying to find common ground. They haven't necessarily said what exactly they're proposing. They're still talking about the similarities between the $1.9 trillion Biden plan and what their framework is. So let's see if they make any bold statements here. So they go on to say, our proposal also includes, this is important, economic relief for those Americans with greatest need, providing more targeted assistance than in the administration's plan. Okay, there we go. We're seeing a contrast here. So he's saying that their plan includes stimulus checks, stimulus payments, I believe that's what it is, for Americans in greatest need, and providing more targeted assistance than what's in Biden's plan. So I'm assuming that right now the plan here will be to either change the parameters. Their plan will be either to change the parameters of the stimulus check qualification. So change the eligibility in terms of who qualifies, what the income threshold is, and what all. But now, do they include dependents? Let's see what happens here. So they go on to say, we propose an additional round of economic impact payments for those families who need assistance the most, including their dependent children and adults. Ooh, okay, so they do have some type of provision for dependent children and dependent adults. Remember, the past two stimulus payments have cut off dependent adults, so people who are with disability and also people who are elderly. So if you have a dependent adult, the past two payments basically cut those people off. So right now it looks like their plan at least includes dependents and adults for the stimulus checks. So what else are they saying here? Then they go on to say our plan, well, this is a typo from them, they should have hired a better editor. Okay, I'm just joking. So our plan also includes extending enhanced federal unemployment benefits at the current level and fully funding your request for nutrition assistance to help struggling families. So again, they're talking about extending. Pay attention to this for those who are receiving unemployment benefits right now. They said their plan includes extending enhanced unemployment benefits at the current level. Remember, this is different from Biden's plan. Biden's plan includes extending the unemployment benefit, but the plan that he has is to extend the unemployment benefit up to $400 every week. So he wants to give $400 every week as opposed to the current level, which is $300 per week. So there seems to be a contrast in their plan and President Joe Biden's plan right now. And we'll see if that actually makes Biden happy, or if Biden even budges to what their plan is. And then they go on to talk about the fully funding the nutrition assistance program to help struggling families. That's a good one. And they go on to say, we share our goal of providing additional assistance for our small businesses, included in our plan are additional resources to help our small businesses and their employees through the successful Paycheck Protection Program and the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program. So the PPP loan and the EIDL program. And they go on to say, getting our children back to school and making sure that schools are able to stay open safely are priorities that we strongly support. Our plan includes resources for these people as well as for childcare, which is a critical component of getting Americans back to work. So again, I think they do have some provisions for the things that Biden has provisions for in his bill, but we don't know exactly how much money they are putting on these. How much are they addressing, or are they putting towards these provisions that they're talking about right now? We don't know. So again, in closing here, they did have a final statement in the last few paragraphs here. So they did say, finally, we noted that billions of dollars, this is a big one, we noted that billions of dollars unspent from the previous COVID relief packages. Just last month, Congress provided $900 billion in additional resources, and communities are only now receiving much of that assistance. They're trying to tell Biden, hey, look, the money from the last stimulus bill or the package has not yet been expended. That money has not yet been spent. So, hey, let's slow down, maybe, I guess. So then they go on to say, some of the spending appropriated through the CARES Act passed last March also has yet to be exhausted. That's exactly what I said. So the proposal we have outlined is mindful of these past efforts. Now, this tells you that the proposal they have is going to be much smaller than the $1.9 trillion package. At least in my opinion, I have not seen that yet, the final package, because they want to have a sit-down talk with Biden and unveil the framework. And I guess they may be coming up with some kind of plan this week, who knows. But normally letters like this are followed up with some type of detailed plan or detailed or more specific numbers after a few days. And then they go on to say, while also acknowledging the priorities that need support right now. So they're talking about, hey, we have a plan that has some urgent things, and we do want you to understand that the money from the previous packages have not yet been spent. So again, that all rings a bell, or that just spells or writes on the wall that, hey, look, we got to cut down the spending here. I think that's what it's saying. That's my opinion. I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below. So finally, this is basically a push to get the Democrats to slow down, I think, on using the budget resolution. And they did say for sure in closing, we recognize your calls for unity and want to work in good faith with your administration to meet the health, economic, and societal challenges of the COVID crisis. Thank you for your consideration of this request. And so this is a letter. I hope you got the contents. But the interesting thing right now is that Senator Joe Manchin, who is a Democrat from the state of West Virginia, and he's part of the bipartisan group of senators. He, according to Politico, he did say we need to work together. So we have some Democratic senators, or one Democratic senator right now, saying, hey, look, we need to work together with the GOP lawmakers to get stuff to happen. I do want to get your thoughts on these in the comment section below. Do you think Joe Biden needs to honor the request here, and the Democrats need to slow down and wait for the bipartisan group and the GOP, the 10 GOP lawmakers, to meet with the president to decide on the framework of the stimulus package? Or should, like Bernie Sanders has said, should they use the budget reconciliation to advance the stimulus package pretty quickly and get the president to sign the bill and ram the checks out to the people, deposit the checks to the people straight away? I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below. Before you leave, if this has been of value to you, please share this with other people to help them get this information. And if you are looking to make some extra money right now from the comfort of your home, be sure to check out the helpful and exclusive videos on the left. And if you're looking to boost your credit score or improve your credit limit, check out the helpful video and the helpful tips in the videos on the right. Stay safe and see you in the next update. Thank you for watching.